Alright, well, let's see how this one turns out. I wanted to say some things about the solar eclipse from tomorrow, 21st. Because this solar eclipse it's a partial one, and you can only see it in the very extremity, the south end of the Earth. So New Zealand, a little bit of South Australia, and Antarctica, land of the penguins. That's why I call it solar eclipse for the penguins. Then I thought I look up penguins in the Dream Arc. Dream Arc is a mystical codex that's related to the Gene Keys, and there, the penguin is it's also a mystical animal, and it has to live on the extremities of the Earth because it actually doesn't come from this planet. Yeah. And it stands for a new way for the male and female to relate. And that they're actually so deeply connected that they're interchangeable. Like penguins, they take turns in sitting on the egg, the male and female penguin. So sometimes the male sits on the egg and the female goes out hunting, and then they change roles again. The roles, the gender definitions are softening and are being renewed. And with that also, this will be a very deep thing for our relationships. To the planets. What's going on? In which places is this happening? Well, we have the Sun, which is going to be eclipsed in the very last degree of Virgo, 29. So this is just Virgo before going into Libra. And the general feeling I get from the planetary positions is the power of unexpressed love. There's like a Mars position. Mars wants to put on values of people, in this case how loving should be done, and but it doesn't have that inside of itself. So it wants to impose values on the community without knowing really what that is. We are, I need to say this, have just entered in the vessel of love. That's an incarnation theme in human design, and this is about love. It's all about that self-center that is the chalice of love in us, the source of it, and that source is in the moment. It's gushing out water, let's say, it's active. And then this Mars-activated Venus wants to realize that in intimacy, in personal relationships, but it's not the moment. This is the moment to hold it inside. And just by holding it there is a kind of leadership that's happening. That's from the unconscious side, the 10 and the 15 gates. There's guidance happening just by sensing that love inside of you. That's a kind of leadership, even if you say or do something that's connected with humility. This humility is right now important. Because there is another thing I need to say. A moon, a new or a full moon, is not just that day, it's 2 weeks until the next moon happens. And an eclipse, because this is a solar eclipse, is for 6 months until the next one happens. The climate is being set. The climate is one of love, and is one of a love that you don't force. It's something that you feel inside. And holding that lovingness, holding that space, that's gonna matter. Because here is a little bit of the challenging news that Saturn is going to move back on the 25th into the gate of crisis again. Suddenly things happen and they affect us emotionally. Somebody close to us dies, or some shocking development in the outer world, and it works on our emotions. The crisis is a feeling gate. It's the feeling of crisis. It's the feeling, oh my God, something is really facing me. Also on this very day, there are still 3 planets in the gate, the GP25. It's a very pure innocence of the heart that we feel, right? I feel that. And Ra is a beautiful line here. Psychic attunement is its own reward. being deeply in tune, knowing, sensing the mysterious powers that run through our lives and that shape our lives.